Good morning, Facebook. We'll be here shortly. Here we go.
Yep. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Orange Blossom Social. My name is Bobby Randall, and good morning from downtown Weirsdale, Florida, the entertainment capital of the world. I am your humble correspondent, Bobby Randall, along with Fast Eddie and Apostle Paul. Good morning, fellas.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Good morning.
you all out of bed?
We're here.
They're here. We're all ready to go. We are live here today. We'll be talking about what's going on at the Orange Blossom Opry and some silly things. And I'm awful excited today because we're going to give away a cruise, fellas. How about that? Can you believe that?
Can I win?
Roger Byers, the owner of the Orange Blossom Opry, has got in his own pocket and wrote out a blank check to us. And said,
Nice.
no, that's not true. A gentleman here, Compliments of Lifestyle Cruise and Tour, actually won a cruise here at the Orange Blossom Opry. And he came up to me this weekend and he said that there's no way he could go. And he said, would I give this to a veteran? So that's going to be, pardon me, that's going to be your prerequisite to win the cruise. I have not figured out what we should do about this, but we'll think of something. And we'll give away a cruise today. We'll also talk about what's going on here at the Orange Blossom Opry. Did you all have a great Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Did you eat too much, Eddie?
No, just enough.
Just enough. And Apostle, what about you?
Just enough.
Just
It was-
enough.
Yep.
Yeah. Now I had two places to go this year because, we had a little thing here. I went. My wife was working on Thanksgiving, so I went with a buddy. So I kind of double whammied it. Then I went to my in-laws' house the day after Thanksgiving. So I am now on a diet. That's where I am.
The day after, I think, is the best. You have the turkey, you can make the sandwiches and everything. It's just Something
Right,
about the
right. And
leftover
then I had to, on top of everything else, my wife's birthday was on the 22nd. And so we had birthday cake and then turkey and then more birthday cake. It's 49 degrees in Ocala, Florida today, a little chilly here in Florida. 29 if you're in Midland, Michigan. Salt Lake City, you're 25 degrees. And my favorite town in the whole world, Jackson Hole, Wyoming, is 10 degrees this morning. And Eddie, on my way in, right down at the gas station down there at the corner, I saw about 5 guys going out for a motorcycle ride. A little chilly for me.
A little
You?
hot. Yeah, it's going to be that. You need to bundle up. for
Well,
that
you've got
ride.
you've got a trike with you kind of got a George Jetson looking thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have a heater?
Now, well, I can put my vents so that the heat of the motor can come up on.
So it blows up on you,
Yeah.
keeps you warm. So you can ride out there in the chilly
Oh yeah,
stuff.
I got Carhartt.
Coldest you've ever ridden was?
Oh, in the 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
could-
did it as long as it doesn't freeze. You know, the roads
Yeah,
turn
right,
black
snow.
ice.
Yeah, I went on a motorcycle trip. I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember. A couple years back, we rode into Deadwood, South Dakota. 80 degrees, t-shirts, nice. People said it's going to snow tonight. Nah, it's not going to snow. It's going to snow tonight. And sure enough, 8 inches of snow. And I spent 3 days in Deadwood, South Dakota, on a motorcycle. It took that long to get the roads cleared out before we could get out of there. So, none of that going on. Also today, please at about 10:15. I'm going to call one of those Nelson boys, Gunnar Nelson. They are, as you may know, their father's was the legendary Rick Nelson. And they have a show this weekend, 2 shows here at the Orange Blossom Opry. And I suppose they'll be doing songs by their dad. They usually do a lot of their father's material, but it's also a Christmas show. So we'll find out what they're doing as well at about 10:15, which will be 9:15 in Nashville. We'll get those rascals out of bed and see what's going on with them. We did have a big weekend here at the Orange Blossom Opry. Just about every night sold out here. Saturday, and then we had the movie thing on Sunday. A lot of folks showed up for that. That was kind of interesting, kind of fun to see yourself in the movies.
Speak for yourself. We weren't in the movie, just you.
Well, there was a bunch of guys from the band in there.
Yeah.
They were in
There was.
band
The
then.
band was there, but
Well,
they
you
ended
weren't
the shot
here
on
yet.
you.
Yeah,
I wasn't
Apostle,
here then.
you hadn't been on the crew yet, though. If you'd have been here, you just how long have you been here now? A month?
Since June.
Since June. Like I said, a month. I can't keep track of it.
My lights were in there. My lights were in the movie.
All your lights, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the stage looked awesome.
Yeah.
The Orange Blossom Opry looked really good. And our boss, Roger Byers, of course,
Yeah, he stole
almost
the show.
almost a leading role, right?
I
Wouldn't you
think
call
it
that?
was
I
definitely
like
the
that.
leading role.
Almost
in
the
my eyes.
leading role. I
Wouldn't
like
you
that.
say that was almost a leading role there? He had
At
he had
least
a really
he
big
needs an
part.
Oscar.
Yeah.
I mean, we need to nominate him for that.
Yeah, what would that? What are those? Aren't Grammys? Those are Emmys, right? Is that what you get for TV? I can't remember the difference. I know. Maybe no, it's Oscars for
Yeah,
TV.
it's
That's
Oscars. It's movies.
Oscars for TVs. I got it. All right. Anyway, yeah. So that was a kind of fun. Check out Bad Senator. If yeah, I'm not sure whether it's going to be or what's going on with that, but at Bad Senator. Anyway, that was kind of a cool thing. Eddie, you know, every week we talk about your album collection because you've got quite possibly maybe the biggest one I know. And I told you your Christmas present. I'm bringing you an album that will be priceless, I would say.
Great.
Some would say.
Great.
It's a Sawyer Brown album. I want to say it's the first record that was just simply called Sawyer Brown. And we toured Japan, and they released an album in Japan. Now the music's all in English, and the music's all the same, but all the artwork on the album is in Japanese. And I have one at my mom's house, and I'm going to bring it to you for Christmas.
Awesome.
And just bring me a small check of, say, $500-600
Yeah,
in.
$500-600 bucks.
All right, what do you got for us today, Eddie?
I have my all-time favorite show of the Opry here. This was the legendary Chubby Checker came in, and it was amazing. Chubby, the entire show, at age 80, he was up and down the aisles, dancing the entire show. Of course, this was my all-time favorite show.
Your all-time.
All-time
Yeah,
favorite.
Eddie, I just...
And of course, this is me with Chubby here in the picture. It's autographed.
Yeah, but I was just going to say, did you not say all-time favorite last week?
Yeah, but this is my all-time favorite this week.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is your all-time favorite, Chubby Checker.
For this week.
Is it the greatest hits, or is it
It's
just...
called Chubby Checker for the Teens, Twisters Only.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, he was a great guy, and he was jumping all over the place at 80 80 years old.
I asked him, I said, how do you do that at age 80? He says, I eat well, I get a lot of sleep, and I go to church. And I said, well, it's working for you because
Yeah.
it was great.
It looks
That
like you
didn't-
both have the same curly hair in that picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, did you guys have?
He makes me look good.
Speaking of that, I woke up this morning with perfect hair. And I never do that. And then I had to put these headphones on. Some days I have, good hair. Some days I have bad hair. Today I kind of had okay hair until we did this. For those of you wondering what's going on at the Orange Blossom Opry this weekend, of course, the Nelsons will be here. They're going to do a Christmas show. And for those of you who may just be jumping on, we're going to call, I think I'm calling Gunner at about, I don't know, 10:15 or something like that. Isn't Gunner a great name? I don't. I never had any kids, but I'd call my kids those kind of cool names. Nobody names their
I
kid.
think the Nelsons are in 2 weeks. This coming one.
Oh,
is
this
Let's
coming
Hang
week.
On.
That's right. Oh, they're not till next week, really?
Correct. Yeah.
Well, see, there you go, Eddie. Thank
Yeah.
you for keeping me in line. Well, this week is Let's Hang On. Then I know that, and they're awesome. They do all that Frankie Valley stuff. But again, all these groups that are coming in are doing Christmas shows. There's still some tickets available for that show. And here's something that's kind of exciting. It looks like, Eddie, on December 17th, looks like we may be adding another Orange Blossom Opry Christmas show because every one of the Orange Blossom Opry Christmas shows are sold out. So the boss called me and said, hey, what do you think about this? And I said, yeah, that's what I think about that. and that's what we're doing, it looks like. And so check the ticket office here at the Orange Blossom Opry because it looks like it's going to happen, and tickets should be on sale here in the next couple of days. And I presume, like anything else, that it will sell out as well. Most of the things around here do. What a great place the Orange Blossom Opry is, and packed to the rafters almost every night. Isn't that a cool thing? How long you been here, Eddie?
Close to 9 years. Yeah.
9 years. Well, it's amazing things have happened here in the last few years. Hey, we have anybody at all that's listening besides my mom and my sister? Anybody?
And her 81 friends.
And my 81 friends.
Yep.
Well, good morning to my 81 friends that are listening this morning. If you have any questions about things, fire away, because that's what we're here for, is to talk about questions and talk about. I have the answer to everything. That's what.
We should talk about the showcase coming up. The
We do
Superstar
have-
contest.
We have a big showcase. Does that start at the first of the year there, Apostle? First of the year?
January 11th.
January 11th. Well, that's as close to the first of the
It
year.
runs through March 28th.
If you are a singer and you're interested in being in our little program, well, can we just say it is the American Idol of Wearsdale? I mean,
It's the Orange Blossom Opry Idol
yeah.
That's a bigger
Blossom
title.
Superstar
Idol?
contest series hosted by the one and only Neil Boggess.
Yeah, Neil Boggess. Hey, do you know what the first talent show was, Apostle? Do you, Eddie?
No.
You don't know what the first big talent show was? On TV, there's American Idol, there's The Voice.
American Bandstand?
No, that wasn't a talent show. That was the first. Here's the deal. Oh no, you got to be a veteran. People can see. You can't do trivia anymore on the radio because people can look everything up
Yeah,
on
they
Google.
cheat.
If I said, who was the third president of the United States and what was his wife's name, you would know the answer to that. You wouldn't know, but you can look it up on Google. So I can't do that. But if you don't, does anybody out there know the first talent show? You should. I should know this. The first big one was Star Search.
Yeah.
That was way before American Idol, which our little band won. But there was one big one before that. Can you remember, Eddie?
No.
Gong Show?
Nope. No, that's what we ought to have here. is
I
the
wish
gong
we
show.
had a gong.
Ted
I've
Mack,
so many
The
times.
Ted Mack Amateur Hour.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
the first national television show on the radio. There you go. I am a plethora of useless information. And Star Search was the second one that came along, and now they're everywhere. But we're fixing to have one back here at the Orange Blossom Opry. We're going to have our own little talent show, and you can be on the show. And you will. Here's what you'll win. You'll win a recording. It's not a contract because that's not what it is, but a chance to go in the studio and record a couple of songs. And we'll make sure that those things sound awesome because we'll use Nathan Smith, who is Grammy nominated for his work in the studio. As a matter of fact, he mixed some records for Dolly Parton, and that got him a Grammy nomination. We'll be using the famous, world famous Eddie world famous now. Did you know
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
We're world famous.
Yes.
Around the world.
Worldwide.
Yeah, we're famous. The world famous Orange Blossom Opry Band. I saw a buddy of mine posted on Facebook the other day. Blah 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 band, best band in Florida, maybe best band in the state. I said, you need to bring your boys to the Orange Blossom Opry and let those boys give you a little lesson if you want to know that. Probably one of the best, not probably, without a doubt, the best band I've ever played in, because the guys are all awesome. Anyway, so you could be a part of that if you'd like to be. We have any questions, Apostle? Otherwise, I'm going to see if I can get Gunnar Nelson out of bed.
The one that I saw was, has anybody ever seen Mickey Adams without his do-rag?
I have, yes, several times. I golf with Mickey Adams, yeah. And the question would be, was the question,
that
have
was
I
pretty
seen
much
him
the
without
question.
the do-rag?
Yeah,
Oh, that was the question?
that was the question.
Yeah, I sure have. Yeah, not often, no, but I have. We were just having a conversation. I wish I had pictures I could put up. We'd let the audience pick, but we're going to wear some hats for our Christmas show. And we're all dressing up really nice for Christmas. We're wearing ties and jackets and all that. And we talked about what kind of hats we were going to wear. And that question came up: is Mickey going to wear his do-rag at the Christmas show, or not? So hold on a second. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Here I have on the phone with me one Gunnar Nelson. Good morning, buddy.
Good morning, my friend. Good talking to you.
How's life? Hey, is it a little chilly in Nashville this morning?
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's kind of schizophrenic weather-wise here in Nashville. You never know what it's going to be. And yep, last night it was a cold one for sure.
A little chilly here in Florida as well. It's only up in the 60s today. And they're also talking about frost warning this evening here in the middle part of Florida. So first and foremost, I only get to see you guys about once a year. How you guys doing? Everybody okay up there?
Yeah, Bobby, everyone's doing great. Everyone's doing great. Just been touring and such, winding up the year and doing it with our annual Christmas tour. And just kind of celebrating a really good run here. And the fact that everybody's out doing shows again and seems to be back on the normal.
Awesome. And this is exciting for us because you all, of course, have been here several times, and you usually do your music and the music of your dad. This time we're going to get Christmas music, and I suppose you'll throw in a few of the other hits, but what's your show going to look like?
Well, it's important for me to let everybody know, if there's anybody listening that has actually come to see our show there at the Orange Blossom Opry, it's not like a lot of acts say, hey, we've got a Christmas show, and then they do one or two Christmas songs kind of tacked onto the end of their normal set. This is a completely different show that my twin brother Matthew and I put together, and it tells a story of three Nelson family Christmases, starting with our grandparents Ozzie and Harriet back in the 20s and 30s, our father Rick's generation as a kid in the 50s, all the way up to Matthew and myself, and our Christmas, our favorite Christmases, we were kids back in the 70s when Christmas toys were designed to kill us. We have a great time doing it, and we actually, I've got to tell you, Bobby, we have legit Christmas cred. Matthew and I wrote an original Christmas song a few years back called This Christmas, and it was the legit Billboard top 5 hit 2 years in a row.
Awesome.
So basically, when that all happened for us, we thought, it'd be really nice at the end of the year to go celebrate our faith and have fun with families coast to coast with this show, and it's just been building and growing over the last several years. We've been begging to come to Florida with it, and you're right, this is the first time we're doing it.
Well, that's awesome. We have 2 shows that day, and for me, and not to take away from the show because that's what it's all about, but for me, one of the best parts is just getting to hang out and visit with you guys all day, because both you guys are just wonderful, wonderful human beings. Just so many stories that you have about your life, an awesome life you have had. I learned so much by coming to your show and listening to your show. I learned about your family, learned about Ozzie and Harriet, and you guys too, as an artist. You can hold your own. You guys are awesome, both y'all.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Well, we actually feel the same way about you guys too. The band there is absolutely wonderful. We love visiting with you as well, and it's just kind of one of those things. Matthew and I definitely can talk backstage, Bob. You're right, and we got a lot of stories to tell. But we just feel like it's really been a blessing to us. Our family's been entertaining folks for 115 years now.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
And we actually are the only family with 3 generations of #1 hit makers in it. So At least that's what I'm told by the Guinness Book. So, when we go out there, we actually just the fact is we loved our ancestors. Grandpa and Grandma were great. Our dad was our best friend.
Yeah.
And in a lot of instances, we don't feel like they got the due that they were really deserving of. So we get to be the ambassadors for the family. It's just a real blessing and privilege for us.
Well, we are certainly proud to have you. You guys are like family around here, and you make us feel welcome. Like I said, there's a lot of people come here, that are distant, and everybody's different that comes here, and that's all fine. But you guys come here, you're in the middle of everything all day. You're in there, you talk to everybody. You don't care who's here, whoever. Just good folks, and man, it just makes for a great day and a great show too as well.
Well, thanks. Well, again, we're looking forward to it, and I can't believe the time is upon us. I believe we're doing a matinee and an evening show. I believe both of them are selling very, very well, and we aim to sell them out. So let's do that.
We'll get some. Hey, the biggest question of all, it's just a yes or no answer, simple as this. Do you believe in Santa Claus or do you not?
Well, you know what I believe? Here's what I believe. I believe that Christmas, especially in this era that we have right now, the world is in unprecedented times.
Amen.
And I hear people talking about, oh, Christmas, is it a Christian holiday? Is it a secular holiday? What's going on with that? Well, I've actually been accused at times of not being as politically correct as perhaps I should be, especially if I wanted a smoother ride in life.
Yeah.
But what I love about Christmas most of all is that it embodies the spirit of what is supposed to be happening. It's giving without acknowledgement. If you want to talk about Santa Claus, that's what Santa Claus means to me.
Yeah.
It's the true spirit of giving, which is anonymous. And so if you plug into that, that's really great. But honestly, for me, it's really all about, family, friends, and the Lord, and my relationship with all of them.
Amen to you, my friend. Yeah, what an awesome analogy that is, and speaks highly of you and what the folks will see. So it's all Christmas music. Brand new show coming, Matthew and Gunnar Nelson. That's it's in 2 weeks, so we better get prepared here. Get headed that way.
Now I'm warning people, it's Christmas classics done Matthew and Gunnar's way. So
Yeah.
I mean, these definitely do have a pulse. But I want you to imagine if Crosby, Stills, and Nash did a Christmas record. That's what you're going to hear.
Very nice, very nice. All right, Matthew, say hey to Gunnar. Take care. Gunnar, say hey to Matthew. I got to straighten out.
Bobby, you got to understand something. As an identical twin who's as old as I am,
Yep.
I answer to both by now. Don't worry about it.
Thank you, my friend. See you in a couple of weeks. Take care of yourself, sir.
Sounds great. Merry Christmas to everybody out there.
Merry Christmas to you. There you go. All right, Gunnar Nelson on the phone there. Boy, those boys. Can you imagine your dad? My dad was a truck driver. Nothing against my dad, because my dad, I always feel my dad was the best dad in the world, but everybody should probably feels like that. But man, your dad's Rick Nelson and your grandma's Ozzie and Harriet.
Yeah, and the
You
stories.
ever watch that show? You old enough to watch that show?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you, Apostle Paul, did you watch that?
No, I'm not old enough.
Not old enough. You lie. You sit out there and lie like a dog.
I'm only 44, Bobby.
Oh, well, boy, Eddie, he's had a rough 44. Huh?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
here's what I heard, and I don't want to get off in the weeds in this, but Ozzie Nelson, his grandfather, wrote all of those shows.
Yeah.
Wrote all those TV shows. And I guess it was just about their family, but I was kind of a real young kid, so I don't remember much of that. Leave It to Beaver, and those shows were all big back then. I remember it was in black and white. So, did you have black and white TV?
Yes.
Apostle, did
I watched
you?
the Beatles
were
on
you,
black
Are
and
you
white
that
TV.
young, or you were spoiled? You had a color TV.
We did have, no, I think it was color, actually.
See,
Yeah.
our
I
first
had a little portable one that was black and white that we took like places, but
That doesn't count.
No. I had the old black and white TV, and I was talking to somebody else here that I'd be out on the side of the house with a pole, and I'm twisting the pole while my dad's inside the window. No, turn it more this way, because you only had like 3 channels back then. Back where I was, it was I can't remember, Saginaw, Cadillac, or something like that. But you turn the antenna, you could maybe get this third.
with like a
channel.
lot of aluminum foil.
Yeah, aluminum foil on there, and then our first console was. Well, you're probably into this, Eddie. Our first console was a TV and had a record player in it. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
It was like you were big time then.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to play my music on it, but my dad always played his music on it.
Well, you know, Eddie, a lot of times around here, we don't let you play your music
Yeah,
here
that's
either.
right.
You get a little whacked, a little crazy out there sometimes.
Yeah,
I mean, you know.
I can go out.
All right, well, doesn't matter. Any more questions there, Apostle?
No, we just need to remind everybody that tickets are selling fast for this Nelson show. So if you want to go to it, make sure you get also the Lettermans. Those shows are
Yeah,
huge
the
shows.
Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, the Lettermen are coming. Let's Hang On. They're here this weekend. Lots of stuff. But almost.
Buzzcats are coming too. That's a good one.
Yeah, the Buzzcats. Those guys. What's that guy's name? Ricky. Somebody. He's awesome. I like their stage. It looks like the Lawrence Welk show.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about old shows. We never gave away our cruise. How are we going to do that? I'm not sure how to do that. If you're a veteran and you're watching, then you need to send me. How am I going to do this? Send me your name. Well, Apostle will have them send. What's your home phone number there, Apostle? I got to figure out a way to do this because we only have a few minutes left here. But Eddie, you think of good things because I got a cruise that I like, and the guy told me to give it away to a veteran. So if you're a veteran and you're watching this here this morning, and you would like to go on a cruise, free cruise, compliments of Lifestyles Cruise and Tours, just send us your name there on Facebook.
Yeah, you could give them like a code word to type in, and then.
How about
type
we
in-
have one of the veterans come up for our Christmas show, the first Christmas show that kicks off, and they
Well,
come
we
up
could
to you
do
and
that.
say, "I
Yeah.
heard that on the podcast, and I would like that ticket."
All right. Well, that sounds good. That's what we'll do. But you got to be the first guy to come to one of our Christmas shows, which is our first Christmas show is this Friday night, by the way, and we'll do that. We'll give it away. Make you come live. And otherwise, unless you're watching in, let's pick out a state. If you're a veteran and you're watching in Montana, we'll give you this. Here's a surprise for you, Eddie. Today, our Christmas shows are all sold out, and sold out to the rafters. And there is no Christmas show yet. It's all on paper. I've got it all on paper. I've been writing this whole thing for 2 months. And today at 1 o'clock we will start. You going to be here?
Yeah, rehearsals. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to start rehearsal today at 1 o'clock at the Orange Blossom Opry. We'll start putting this thing together. My plan is to rehearse today, get it somewhere I call it in a box, get it together. And then tomorrow we're going to run the show twice, and then we should be good to go. Just real quick before we go, some of the people coming to the Orange Blossom Opry, and if you're interested in some of these, I'll highlight some of the big ones. Excuse me. Gene Watson. Gene Watson's going to be here on February 4th. If that show may be sold out already. A lot of those shows sell out. Diamond Rio will be here. It's going to be a big month in February. We'll have Diamond Rio. Jimmy Fortune. I'm so glad. I'm going to call Jimmy Fortune next week on this podcast. I'm really good friends with him, and I'm so excited that he's well, healthy, back on the road and coming to see us. I talked to Rhonda Vincent the other day. She's excited about here. She'll be here in March 2nd. And our buddy Kenny Evans will be here. If you're a Brooks and Dunn guy, we do a Brooks and Dunn tribute show that's awesome. Kenny, he's kind of right on the money. And then your tribute show, the tribute to Twisted Sisters, not happening yet,
Sister.
right, Eddie? Or no?
It might be Chubby Checkers twisting. Yeah.
Chubby Checker sings the music of Twisted Sister.
Yeah.
There's that.
I actually have a Twisted Sister Christmas CD.
You have a
Now
Twisted
that you
Sister?
brought that up. Christmas. They did a Christmas CD.
Oh, Twisted Sister?
Yeah.
Oh,
I collect Christmas CDs. I probably have 400 of them, maybe.
what was
My
that guy?
brother does the same thing. He's got a Waffle House Christmas album.
Yeah. What was Twisted Sister? Is that D Snyder?
D. Snyder.
D. Snyder was the lead singer?
Yeah.
See, I'm not just a hillbilly, Eddie. I know lots of stuff. Yeah. I thought you said you had a Twisted Sister.
No. Well, we won't go there. But they can pick the program that you're finding all these shows on. We have these at the doors. When you come in the doors, you can.
When you come in the door, that's
Yeah.
right. You go over
It
there
shows
and
all the
you can pick up one of these that has all of this information in it. And we have shows all the way up into May. T.G. Shepherd's coming in April. We'll call him too on the podcast one day. He's coming. I see he's awesome. That tribute show to Alabama, those guys were real good. They're coming back. The Bellamy brothers will be here. You know, the Malpass brothers. I want to talk about them for just a second.
Yeah.
I'd kind of heard rumblings of them. You know, didn't know much about them, and you know, I'm thinking, oh, whatever. You know, but the first time they were here, I got hooked.
Me too.
They
Me too.
just they've got a cool thing about them. You know,
Yeah.
they've got I don't know how to say it, but if you've never seen the Malpass brothers, we'll call those guys too. They've got a shtick. Would you call it that? A shtick? A
Yeah,
thing?
they're great. Somehow or other, it was under the radar for me too. But boy, when their show was unbelievable. Really
Yeah, you want to check that out because they're awesome too. But you do have a sister, Eddie? I don't want to get off
Yes.
on that. You do. How
Yes.
many sisters do you have?
One.
One?
Yeah.
Older or younger?
Yeah, younger.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. I have two sisters, a younger sister and an older sister. And if you want to know why I grew up the way I did, my oldest sister was a prison guard, and my youngest sister is a black belt in karate. And they all, when they wanted to try out their skills, who else to try them on except middle brother?
Yeah.
So
Bobby.
I guess you could look at that. Today, everything's politically incorrect. That would be abuse. But when I was a kid, it was just called growing up.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Just growing up, part of the growing up pains, along with a few
Bobby,
other-
we actually do have a question.
Yep.
Somebody asked, when is the Music Man? I'm Just a Music Man CD coming out?
You know, what happened with the band is we started out on a CD. We've got about 3 or 4 songs in the can. And then the Christmas thing came along, and we're so busy. I've been I'm trying to write this show, and we record a few things. We got a couple of surprises for the Christmas show this year. So we've just been real busy. Hopefully, and at the first of the year in January, we're wide open. I think we start out here at the Orange Blossom Opry with 9 days straight, just going wide open. So it's a matter of time. It's not that we're wanting to get it done, and I promise the people. I promise this year by sometime in 2024. We will have a new CD out for you all. We're working on it. It's just
Will they still have CDs then?
yeah. They'll what are those little things now you get? What's it
Flash
called?
drive.
Flash drive. Yeah, I saw that movie. They were great. Was it Flash Drive? No, that was Flash Dance. Okay.
I think that was Eddie and his
Eddie and the
tight
Cruisers.
spandex pants that he likes to dance around in.
Great movie. Did you see Eddie and the Cruisers?
Oh, yeah.
Great movie.
Great
All right, well,
soundtrack,
I guess
too.
we're winding up today. Once again, we've had a wonderful time here. Join us next Tuesday at 10 o'clock, Tuesday morning, every Tuesday. It's the Apostle Paul, Fast Eddie, and me. I'm Bobby Randall. God bless y'all. Have a great day. Come see us at the Orange Blossom Opry, and God bless America.